if you know the earth is geocentric according to scripture, according to Hebraic cosmology, if you know the earth don't move, if you know that we not revolving around the sun and that the sun is circling our head, like the Hebraic cosmology, even in the English Bible say, I'm gonna read this in Joshua 10. Joshua 10 and 13, and say, and the sun stood still, and the moon, okay, and say, and the sun stood still, and the moon stayed until the people had avenged themselves upon them enemies, upon their enemies. Is not this written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven and hasted not to go down about a whole day. So basically what we see is the Hebraic cosmology. You can go look at this in the Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to get too much different than that. That's Hebraic cosmology. The luminary circle our head. He made the luminaries in Genesis 1 and 14 before he even made Adam. Let's get that. I'm going to read that. Real simple, fundamental facts that you got to deal with. If you want to deal with them, then you don't want to be truthful with the scripture. We got to be truthful with the text for exactly what it say. Genesis 1 and 14, and God said, let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night. That's one thing they're for. And let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. This is your calendation. This is for Adam before Adam. You know what I'm saying? Anybody doing anything else is not going to work. One thing we notice about the scripture is no 31-day months. No 31-day months in the Bible. So when you're using the Gregorian calendar, you're using a calendar that's not biblically oriented. You know what I'm saying? It's not fun. It's not founded upon biblical principles. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, it got 31-day months. You know what I'm saying? Like we was dealing with. If you know that the earth is geocentric, if you understand Hebraic cosmology, that the earth don't spin or it ain't a ball like they tell you, you know what I'm saying, then there's no way you should be keeping a Saturday Sabbath. Because Saturday Sabbath, when you count to 7, you know what I'm saying, they got the week set up like a biblical week, but we see that 365.25 is not biblical. You know what I'm saying? Because that's solar only. They'll tell you that's the solar year, but that's solar only. But when we read this right here, it said that all 3 of the lights is for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. It's not just the sun. When you use a Gregorian calendar, the Gregorian calendar disregard the moon totally. It's a solar only calendar, and it's a Catholic calendar, and it's not even 600 years old. And you trying to apply it to an ancient text, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, when you deal with that number 365.25, that deals with the time that it takes the earth to revolve around the sun. And we know, according to the verse we just read in Joshua 10, and according to the entire context of the Bible, Hebraic cosmology, ancient Near Eastern cosmology, the earth ain't spinning around the sun. You see that every day when you walk outside. The sun is traveling through the sky. So that's a terrible fallacy. It's not Hebraic. And a lot of people will tell you, well, what they got to do with salvation? Well, the same people that teach you spinning globe, they also teach you evolution and Big Bang. The spinning globe is a part of the Big Bang theory. And you know what the Big Bang theory is about. It's telling you that it ain't no creator. Everything accidentally exploded 14.6 billion years ago. So what we're going to do, we just need to be more truthful with the scripture. If you're keeping the Saturday Sabbath, you're in error. Especially if you run around proudly telling people, hey, you ain't keeping these commandments, you ain't doing this one, you in error. There's no Saturday in the Bible, period. It's not even there. Or Friday or sundown. Every single day starts at sundown. It's not in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So we need to check these things. We got to check these things. 365.25 is not in the Bible. It don't even correlate with the scripture because it's solar. It deal with the time that it take the sun, the earth to go around the sun. And the earth don't move. You know what I'm saying? Let's get one of those. The earth don't move. Let's get Psalms 104. Psalms 104 and 5. Psalms 104. In verse 5, it says, who laid the foundations of the earth that it should not be removed forever? When you lay foundations, you ain't landed on no ball on those surface like that. So we just got to go into these things, man. I encourage everybody to go into Hebraic cosmology. They like to call it flat earth. That's such an unattractive two words put together. Hebraic cosmology, especially if you say you're a Hebrew Israelite. How you gonna say you're a Hebrew Israelite and then when it come to Hebraic cosmology, you say it don't matter? You know what I'm saying? They got a lot to do with people. They wanna seem so knowledgeable that even when topics come up that they have no knowledge of, they either talk about something they don't have knowledge of, or they say it's not important. I don't understand it, so it's not important. Must not have nothing to do with salvation. And I don't see how you think deception don't have nothing to do with salvation. You know what I'm saying? It tells you in Revelations 22 and 15 that the people that are without the kingdom, the people that's outside the kingdom, and it makes a little list. And one of the people on that list is whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. And a lot of Hebrew Israelites and a lot of Christians also, and a lot of people, a lot of Muslims. I talk to Muslims who don't understand the cosmology of the Quran. It matches the Bible, and it matches the Sumerians and the Egyptians and the Akkadians. All the ancient Near Eastern civilizations got the same idea of the cosmos in it. I'm going to show you. All the ancient civilizations got the same idea of the cosmos, and it ain't this. It's not this. It ain't this. So we need to go back.